all that coming up. But before we go any further, some live music in the company of Tiffany Alvord, who, despite suffering with a bit of jet lag, is joining us live on the program. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you here, particularly because I was told that you have on YouTube 300 million views of your videos.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When did you stop bothering to count? Because I imagine your first million must have been brilliant. Then once you get into the tens, it's like, but 100 million, you must have been thinking,
well, you know,
what a journey.
It's been crazy. I started in 2008, and I just started posting one video at a time in front of my doors in my room. And so I never really added up the views, but I guess YouTube does that on its own. So when it started getting up there, I'm like, oh, wow, whoa, that's kind of crazy. Like,
it is crazy. Surely some misprint, but it wasn't. It was genuinely right.
Something like that, yeah.
And what did you hope would happen? And when you sat there and posted the first video up on YouTube, what were you hoping would happen?
You know, there was another YouTuber who had a music video, and she was on Radio Disney. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's famous because of YouTube. So I'm like, you know, I like music, I like singing. Why not give it a chance? You know, I'll put some of my stuff up and see what happens. And so, you know, I was kind of just crossing my fingers, like maybe people will like it, and if not, at least I can get some feedback. So it's kind of just like a little hope, and I guess.
It's interesting because on YouTube, as you say, see what people think. Comments can be. Tell me about. I mean, do you read comments, or do you just?
I do read my comments whenever I post something. I love seeing what people think. Well, most of the time, I love seeing what people think. But like when I first started, everyone was so nice. Now I feel like everyone, they speak their mind. I don't know. I don't think people really think about what they say. They just, whether they're jealous or they just are not in a good mood.
People, I think, particularly on things like Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, I don't think they believe that a real human being reads what they write. I think it's just a way of getting it off their chest.
Maybe they're like venting or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that they, you know, that's their way. I don't know. I think if they met me, like, they would never say it to my face. So I feel like people need to realize, you know, I'm a real person. We're all real people.
You started very young. I mean, you're only 20. Is it right? You're 20 now?
Yeah.
It's incredibly young. But you started playing guitar when you were 12. Mm-hmm. And you didn't have lessons. You taught yourself.
I did teach myself. I actually started a couple years before that. Like, I'd pick up a guitar and try it, but then I didn't know how to play at all. Like, I thought you played chords and you had to turn, like, the tuning knobs in order to change the chord. And I remember I broke a few strings on my brother's guitar.
You did.
Felt pretty bad, and I'm like, how did they do that so fast?
Well, you're very lucky then, because logically for you, the reality of playing the guitar must be so much more easier than you thought it would ever be.
Yes, much easier.
You don't have to bother with any of that.
So one day I kind of just stuck with it. I looked online, you know, how to play chords, and just learned one chord at a time. And then when I started YouTube, that's when I kind of learned, okay, chord progressions, and I just learned the chords as I learned the song. So.
Who taught you how to write songs?
You know, I just always loved writing songs. Ever since I was 10, I started writing songs.
What did you write about at 10? Because you hadn't
had...
had...
So I found my first song notebook. Me and my mom were going through notebooks, and they're so embarrassing. I'm like, I wrote that. Oh my gosh, and I used to think that was so good. It was like, he's all I think about. He's all I think about. Like,
so it was crushes at 10?
Yeah,
wow,
crushes.
Gosh, I don't think I had a crush at 10. Maybe I did.
It was so fun because me and my friends, we'd have me and my best friend, we'd write songs during recess. And then on Fridays, we would have mini concerts, and I'd invite my friends in the class. And so then we'd play or sing our songs that we wrote that week.
Gosh, we're going to hear 2 live tracks from you. You are in London this week. Now, the Pheasantry, which is where you are tomorrow, is sold out.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant news.
I'm so excited.
The Hippodrome Casino, I think you're going to be there Friday night, and there's some tickets available still for that. But great news that already one of your gigs is sold out, and I'm sure that by the end of the week, everything will go. So if you want to find out, we'll give those details out. And I'm delighted to say that you're in the studio and you brought a guitar. We also have, is it Robin, who's in with us? Well, welcome to the show. Very good to see you.
Thanks, Simon.
The last time we saw you was with another Alvord, but no relation to Tiffany.
No.
Yeah, a good friend of ours, Kim Alvord. No
She'll
relation.
also be at the show, so we're co-headlining these shows, and I'm really excited because we have the same last name, which is pretty awesome.
Brilliant! It's half the job is done. Thank you very much for coming in as well.
You're welcome.
What's the first number you're going to do for us, Tiffany? What are you going to do?
The first song we're gonna sing is "The Reason Is You," and this is an original off my album "My Heart Is." And yeah, it's just I was trying to write a song that wasn't about love, and then by the end of the song,
You failed miserably.
I failed miserably.
We're going to
That would
enjoy
be
it. Live on BBC London 94.9, Tiffany Alvord.
I don't need a reason to smile as I walk down the street. I don't need a reason for my heart to feel complete. Not another question. I'll tell you, no one could take your place. I guess that maybe the answer is written all over my face. 'Cause I've been noticing you noticing me as I noticed you. I think it's kind of funny how I like you like I do. Baby, I'm crazy for you. So hot sparks are flying. This is love when I try and let you on Fifth Avenue. Never talked around the truth. So hot sparks are flying. This is love when I try and let you on Fifth Avenue. I let you smile, and the reason is you. Oh, whoa. I don't need a reason to dance under the stars. I don't need a reason to blast our song in the car. Not another question of why I glow when I see you. I guess that maybe the answer is that I just wanna be with you. Oh, 'cause I've been noticing you noticing me as I noticed you. I think it's kind of funny how I like you like I do. Baby, I'm crazy for you. So hot sparks are flying. This is love when I try and let you on Fifth Avenue. Never talked around the truth. So hot sparks are flying. This is love when I try and let you on Fifth Avenue. I let you smile, and the reason is you. Oh, whoa. You make me feel like nothing in this world could ever bring me down. You make me feel so special, so sweet, so perfect as we walk through town. There's no apparent reason why I feel the way I do, but maybe then again the reason is you. 'Cause I've been noticing you noticing me as I noticed you. I think it's kind of funny how I like you like I do. Baby, I'm crazy for you. So hot sparks are flying. This is love when I try and let you on Fifth Avenue. Never talked around the truth. So hot sparks are flying. This is love when I try and let you on Fifth Avenue. I left to smile, and the reason is you. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. The reason is you.
Just brilliant. Tiffany Alvord on BBC London 94.9. I know this is probably a cruel thing to do, but I'm just looking at your YouTube video page, and you can search from newest to oldest. I've just searched from oldest to newest.
Oh,
you look
gosh.
so young.
I was.
You were 15
I was
years
so
old.
awkward. I really don't know what people saw.
And the one that you posted, I mean, this was posted 5 years ago, so it will have been when you were 15 years old. One of them has got, they've all got approaching, I mean, one's got 2.9 million
Wow.
views, one's got 1 million. I mean, they're all in the millions.
It's ridiculous.
Can you believe it?
No, I can't.
I mean, you are. I mean, you sound brilliant. But
when I posted my first video, like 2 weeks later, I think I had 300 views. And I was really excited about that. I'm like trying to, get my Facebook friends to go watch it, and oh man, I was so awkward. My friends are like, yeah, it's good. They all lied.
What do they feel now? Have you still got support? I mean, you must have the support of your family.
I have, actually, 3 of my brothers are here with me in London, and they have been amazing support, as well as my parents. My mom is actually my manager. We call her Momager. And so she, they're invested and with me all the way, and they believe in me, so.
Has your mum given you one golden piece of advice?
Just to be myself and to never jump into any opportunities unless it feels right. We've always gone with our gut, and so, we don't sign anything, we don't do anything unless we all feel like it's the right decision.
Brilliant. It's probably very good advice. You've got a good mum there with very good advice. Now, if you want to find out more, as I say, the Pheasantry tomorrow is sold out, but if you've got tickets and you are going, have a brilliant time. I know you will. If you want to go and see Tiffany at the Hippodrome Casino,
do it.
Absolutely do it. That was her, not me, by the way. Hippodrome Casino, Friday night. What time are you on Friday? Is it normally about 8ish, 9ish?
Yeah, it starts at 7:40. I'm not on until a little later, but doors open at 7. So I believe anyone who's there, there's going to be a meet and greet before. So obviously, if you'd like to meet me, I'd love to meet you. And so you should come early.
Now, the other thing is, I must just before we hear your final song, just you have travelled the globe. I mean, you've been through Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia. Of course, you've performed across the US as well. Do you have? I mean, there are people your age who haven't embarked on a career who dream of doing what you're doing now. Is there anything you dream of doing?
To be honest, this was my dream. Like, growing up, I always wanted to be either an actress or a singer. And I originally pursued acting, but then I found YouTube, and I was like, well, I like singing too. But I would never tell people I wanted to be an actress or a singer, because I always feel like that's one of those things where people are like, good luck with that. Like, you're never going to make it. So it's just like, They
believe it now is the main thing. Tiffany, I know you've got your own website. If people want to find out more about you, clearly you just put your name in Google and it all appears. But your own website is tiffanyalvord.com, and of course you've also got your own YouTube channel.
Everything, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, it's all Tiffany Alvord.
I won't even notice if any of our listeners subscribe to your YouTube channel. As I say, it's got 1.4 million subscribers. So even if all of our listeners subscribe tonight, it will put a minor dent in that number. No,
every person counts.
That's true, they do. In which case, go and have a look and go and subscribe.
It's so crazy.
YouTube.com/Tiffany Alvord. Have a lovely time here. Thank you for bringing the LA, Californian weather. It's not always this nice here, I can assure you.
No, I love it. It's so amazing here.
What's the final song you're going to do for us?
The final song is actually one of my unreleased covers. It's one of the next ones coming out, and it's called Still Into You by Paramore. And so she's, kind of a rock singer, and I put my own twist on it. I love putting my own twist on covers, and so this is my twist on Still Into You.
Take it away. Live on BBC London 94.9, Tiffany Alvord.
Can't count the years on one hand that we've been together. I need the other one to hold you, make you feel better. It's not a walk in the park to love each other, but when our fingers interlock, can't deny you're worth it. 'Cause after all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you, and even baby on our worst nights, I'm into you. Little wonder how we got this far, 'cause I don't really need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you. Recount the night that first met your mother, and on the drive back to your house, I told you that I loved you. You felt the weight of the world fall off your shoulder, and to your favorite song we sang along to the start of forever. Oh, and after all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you. I'm into you, and baby, even on our worst nights, I'm into you. I'm into you. Let them wonder how we got this far, 'cause I don't really need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you. Some things just make sense, and one of those is you and I. Some things just make sense, and even after all this time, I'm into you. Baby, not a day goes by that I'm not into you. I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you. I'm into you, and baby, even on our worst nights, I'm into you. I'm into you. Let them wonder how we got this far, 'cause I don't really need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you.
What great choice of song. Live on BBC London 94.9, Tiffany Alvord, who is live at the Pheasantry tomorrow. That is sold out, but tickets still available for the Hippodrome Casino on Friday night. Full details from her website, tiffanyalvord.com, and
Yes.
you'll find it all over, as you say, YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. I don't even know what keek.com is, but I'm sure it's brilliant. I haven't even heard of it. But
It's
you're
like
on that as
a
well.
mini
What is it?
vlogging. It's like 36 seconds, and I can just show people in a video what I'm up to.
Brilliant. Look, have a wonderful time in London.
Thank you so much.
Thank you also to Robin Banerjee, who I say was in with your namesake, who's also going to be performing with you.
He is, and he's so amazing. He's been Amy Winehouse's guitarist, and as well as a ton of other people's guitarists, and I'm very honored and privileged to have him play guitar
Thanks,
for me.
Tiffany. You're welcome.
Wonderful, gosh, and we wish you all the best. I know you're going to have
Thank
a long
you so
career.
much.
You've got very, very sane head on your shoulders. I don't know if your family will say the same. No comment.
Yeah.
They do.
Of course.
It's great. Thank you for joining us live
Thank
on
you
BBC
so much for
London
having me.
94.9.
May I
Yes.
do one thing really quick?
Yeah.
So I have a couple free tickets, and
We can't do a competition.
can I give them away? Like first person to
Probably
tweet
not.
something?
No, we're not. No,
Well,
we're
no,
not.
you don't have to do it. I'll do it.
Oh, well, if
Like-
you do it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
nothing to do with the BBC.
It's nothing to do with you. It's all
Go
me. Okay, so if you live in London, you have to be in London, 18 or older, because it's at the Hippodrome Casino. But if you tweet, pick me, first 2 or 3 people, I'm not sure how many tickets we have, but I'll contact you, and so you should come if that's the issue. I got some tickets for you.
Lovely.
I'm gonna hook you up.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much
and thank
again
you
for
for joining
having
us
me.
live on BBC London 94.9. Thanks,
Thank
Tiffany.
you. Bye.
BBC London 94.9.